in Normal for IHSA girls volleyball final action. Ladies?
Thank you, Randy, and welcome to Redbird Arena on the campus of Illinois State University for 1992 Illinois High School Association Volleyball Championship action. Hello, everyone. I'm Ann Penstone, along with Bonnie Beach, and we're set to bring you two first-time ever live championship games. First, we're going to have the small school action, and that's going to feature defending champ Wheaton St. Francis and perennial participant Mendota. Bonnie?
It'll be pretty exciting, Ann. We've got some great offensive weapons here. We have youth. We have people who really want this championship more than they could probably say at this point.
Now, Wheaton got here, of course, through quarterfinal and semifinal action featuring Colchester and then Kansas and a thriller in the semifinals, and they're here. And Bonnie, we've got two stars in that Wheaton St. Francis team, the only real seniors. That's Amy Katarski and Amy Sarah.
They're really very threatening offensive weapons, and they are the anchor around which that team will center. Both Latarski and Sarah have great communication with their coach, and they kind of depend on one another because they certainly have a lot of youth.
But you can't talk about seniors without talking about the quarterback. They have a freshman setter in Bonnie Bremner.
Well, Bremner comes from a volleyball family. She's one of the 13 sets of sisters for Wheaton St. Francis who have come through the program, and she is a freshman and running the team beautifully.
Well, Mendota's been here many times before, but they've never won the championship. They'd sure like to do it against the defending champs tonight. Mendota has a young lady named Jackie Dorn who's just outstanding as a hitter.
Well, in order for them to come through and become the state champions, Dorn is really going to have her work cut out for her this evening. She's going to have to play strong and come through in every situation.
Well, they also have cousins, Chris and Tricia Wiak, and they're outstanding as well.
They are. Probably of all the four teams that are participating in the finals, Mendota has the most experienced team in terms of juniors and seniors playing on their team, so that should hold them in good stead.
Well, Mendota and St. Francis played earlier this season with Wheaton coming out on top, and here at the tournament, Mendota's road was not easy either. There you see the regional and sectional action and super sectional, and finished with quarterfinal Byron and then Breeze Central. And that's the roads they took to get here, and all the action's going to be coming up right after this, and we'll have the lineups for you. Welcome back to Redbird Arena, and let's hit into Julie Bolts.
Class A championship match for the visiting Spartans of Wheaton St. Francis. To enter the match with a record of 35 wins and 8 losses, please meet Coach Peg Kopek. Coach Kopek has a career record of 416 wins, 135 losses, and 2 ties for a career of 18 years. The non-starting players for the Spartans: number 4, Joanne Tibble. Number 8, Mary Tibble. Number 9, Nicole Gonzalez. Number 11, Kara Drogas. Number 15, Erin McInerney. Number 17, Sarah Latka. And number 22, Chrissy Borman. The starting lineup for Wheaton St. Francis. In right back, a 5'7" junior, number 10, Teen Rodriguez. In right front, a 5'9" sophomore, number 7, Shelly Job. In center front, a 5'7" junior, number 20, Peggy McCarthy. In left front, a 5'9" senior, number 40, Amy Latarski. In left back, a 5'9" senior, number 44, Amy Sarah. And in center back, a 5'9" freshman, number 33, Bonnie Bremner. For the home team, the Spikers of Mendota, who enter the match with a record of 37 wins and 4 losses. Please meet Coach Mary Stefanich. Coach Stefanich has a career record of 247 wins, 72 losses, and 6 ties for a career of 9 years. The non-starting players for the Spikers, number 3, Jamie Dalton. Number 4, Allison Phelan. Number 5, Melissa Bond. Number 6, Lisa Faber. Number 7, Stacy Jacobs. Number 13, Erin Dickey. Number 14, Sherry Beckett. Number 21, Corey Buster. And number 23, Shelly Basil. The starting lineup for Mendota, in right back, a 5'4" senior, number 11, Beth Dewey. In right front, a 5'6" senior, number 18, Lisa Bernardin. In center front, a 5'9" junior, number 12, Trisha Wiak. In left front, a 6'1" senior, number 10, Jackie Duran. In left back, a 5'5" senior, number 2, Chris Wiak. And in center back, a 5'6" junior, number 1, Beth Davis.
Well, there you have the starting lineups, and we're all set as you take a look at the great crowd here on hand at Illinois State University, hosted by the IHSA and Executive Director Ola Bundy. They've been rocking and rolling, and this staff is keeping them that way, and we plan for the volleyball action to be just the same, Bonnie. There you see the records. Wheaton St. Francis 35-8, including one of them over Mendota, the Spikers from upstate, mid-state Illinois.
Well, it should be a really interesting match, and just very, very interestingly, both the A and AA finals contain one parochial school and one public school. And in this match, it's Wheaton St. Francis who has had not only state competition, but competition from teams out of state, while Mendota has only played schools who are from Illinois. So that's kind of an interesting mix and something a little bit different than we've seen down here before as well.
Well, the first serve is going to be by Wheaton St. Francis. Serving from our right. And that's going to be Shelly Job, a 5'9" sophomore. Going to be Teen Rodriguez.
Teen has been a real consistent player for them, and that's why she's the starting server.
And And we're underway in Class A championship action. Dorn out of the middle. Side with the tip. High with the dump. Bernardin picks it up. Into the middle, and that's Shelley Jobe with the first point of the action. Goes to Wheaton St. Francis.
I think, Ann, as you watch the teams out on the floor, we can kind of expect for the first 3 to 5 points for both teams to be playing kind of tight, as they seem to be doing right now.
Bernardin had a tough semifinal match, but came through in the last 3 points, substituted in there, and that depth that Coach talked about was right there. We got side out to Mendota.
Mendota feels very strongly about their bench. They feel any girl can come in off the bench and assume a role on the team and play well, and that's certainly been proven true.
Side to Latarsky. That's served by Beth Dewey. It will be a side out.
One of the nice things about Latarsky is she can put the ball down hard, and she's also capable of doing the off-speed shots. And being a senior, she really has had some experience in looking at where she is going to hit the ball.
And our first substitute is Chrissy Borman. She replaces Shelley Jobe and goes back to serve. They're up 1-0, Wheaton St. Francis. Deep in the court. And there's Dorn, and the linesperson says it's down and good. And boy, these officials do not work with linespersons all year long, and I know they are very grateful for the chance to have them here at the state tournament. They've done a tremendous job as volunteers.
Well, it's such a help when the action is very fast as it is in the state finals, but actually, and some of the officials have worked with lines people. It was on a voluntary basis this year and worked out very well.
Attempted a block outside by Chris Wiak. Unsuccessfully side out. That's true, Bonnie, and the officials that are down, the lines people down here, are actually officials and volunteered their time and effort to come down and help out.
And they've made some very, very good differences today.
That hit long by Chris Wiak. Point, Wheaton St. Francis. Peggy McCarthy to serve. She's a 5'7" junior. Latarsky blocked by Wiak and Doran.
Wiak and Doran, what a formidable block. The two of them are tall, they jump well, right there.
And the 5'9" junior Tricia Wiak back to serve for Mendota. Oh, nice save. Jackie Doran, and really a last-ditch effort, managed to get it over into an empty spot. And there Mendota is now on the scoreboard. Into the middle for Latarsky, but her hit is long. We're all tied up at 2. Both teams feeling each other out. A quick offense, and it goes down. Amy Latarsky, we talked about her in the open, one of those senior starters for Peg Kopek. Into the middle for Doran. Off the block. And Latarsky couldn't quite come up with a pancake.
Almost there, and not quite. See the replay coming up with the spike here, and ball being set beautifully across court, just tipping the block, and Latarsky just can't quite get to it.
Stacy Jacobs is in for the Spikers as Bonnie Bremner puts that left-handed spike right down in front of her. And the other senior, Amy Serra, 5'9". Touch off that hit by Davis, side out.
That was a nice jump by Davis, just a standing jump, no approach. Boom.
Chris Wiak's serve unsuccessfully brought up by Teen Rodriguez, and for the first lead of the game for Mendota, they go up 3-2. This is the senior cousin. Bremner out to Job. Bernardin off the net. And blocked out of bounds off that hit by Teen Rodriguez.
Teen Rodriguez has a nice command of the net. She knows where she's going with the ball, hit that one into the block and really caused it to be pushed out of bounds.
And in for the Spartans of St. Francis comes number 9, Nicole Gonzalez. She'll be substituting for Bonnie Bremner, and she'll go back to serve. Free ball. Good call by referee Vicky DeMay. The ball did not clear the net. It was rebounded by the net tape and point St. Francis. We're all tied up again, 3 apiece. Nice save. A little miscommunication problem, and everybody looked to see who was going to take it.
He did. Now you get into real problems there when you're moving very late into the ball like that. Not only did they not get it up, but they got called for an illegal hit.
Nicole Gonzalez with a lefty serve. Outside to Bernardin. But out of bounds long, but the down official, the umpire, that is Vicky Litherland, said there was a touch. So we're going to get a side out, and at the same time, we'll get a substitution as number 9, Nicole Gonzalez, who serves only for Bonnie Bremner, who plays the rest of the rotation. Bonnie back in, that's the freshman quarterback. And back to serve, number 1, Beth Davis from Mendota. Job tries to take the long pass, but can't quite get it over. Point Mendota. Our score is 4-all in this Class A championship game. The first of 2. Stay tuned because we're going to bring you AA action later this evening. No question about that being over the line.
Not at all. Teen was kind of doing visiting hours over there, and that was a real miscue on the part of Wheaton St. Francis. Like Job was faking through the middle and the ball was set into the middle.
Nice serve by Davis. Back outside to Rodriguez, and here it's outside. Mendota all of a sudden has taken a 2-point lead. They go up 6-4. Davis is a 5'6" junior. Bremner to Rodriguez. Inside, that's Trisha Wiak finds the open spot St. Francis, and they score again.
Yeah, this is very interesting right now, and we've got the team that has the juniors and seniors on it, perhaps a little bit more settled, even though they're not the team who has the longest tradition of winning downstate. They certainly are coming through in a much more settled performance right now.
Nice pickup by Rodriguez. Back. Bernardin keeps it alive. And Davis takes it over. Oh!
Again, the ball dropping between Beth Davis and Chris Wiak. Davis not wanting to take the ball because she's the setter, and they both just kind of looked at one another.
Rodriguez back serving. Down by 3. Nice play by Trisha Wiak to find the open spot on the tip, right over the top of the block. Gets a side out as we have a substitution. Coming in is number 11, Beth Dewey. And she'll go back to serve. Nice serve right at Latarski. Point Mendota. Well, Bonnie, Peg Kopek wants to talk it over with her favorite Spartans. And we'll be back with more action right after this. We want to remind you that the broadcast rights to tonight's volleyball championship have been granted to Sports Channel by the Illinois High School Association. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this event without the written permission of the IHSA and Sports Channel is strictly prohibited. Dewey to serve. They're up 8-4 coming out of the timeout by St. Francis. Game 1, Class A state championship match. Off the tip, hit by Job. Into Menardin and blocked. There's Job and number 20, Peggy McCarthy with the big side out. That's exactly what you want to do, isn't it, as a coach, Bonnie, after you call timeout?
Absolutely, but probably it was triggered more by Bernardin falling into the net than anything else. At this particular point in time, and Mendota has 9 kills. 9 times their hitters have put the ball down on the floor, and Wheaton has 5 kills. So a little bit more composure at this point on Mendota's part.
Free ball by Mendota. St. Francis needs to convert an offense, and they do.
St. Francis is going to have to start doing what Mendota's been doing. Beth Davis has been mixing the ball around. She's been setting outside, moving her hitters around, which causes the block to spread on the other side. And also their serving has been very aggressive.
Going with a little quicker offense too, Bonnie.
That's right, and you also see you get some hard hits and you get some softer hits, and the last couple of serves on the part of Wheaton have been much more aggressive serves.
They've now served quickly by number 22, Chrissy Borman, 2 successive points, and are climbing right back into this. Again with a quick offense, backed up nicely off the block. Outside of Latarski, block, out of bounds, point. So 3 quick points on the service of Chrissy Borman comes the Spartans of St. Francis, defending champs in Class A. Down by 1. Nice serve outside. Another free ball by Mendota, unable to convert any offense for the last 3 points. Blocked again out of bounds, and we're all tied up.
Again, the last 2 hits, both Wiak and Duran have been up there on the block, but they've been late in position, still moving to the outside, and that's how they've been facing when they blocked.
Good shot of that serve and how that ball moves.
There's Duran. Ball was set off the net, and she jumped up and put it into a hole.
Coming back in for the Spartans is number 7, Shelly Job. Had a good look at Mary Stefanich, the coach of Mendota. She'd like to see Bernardin start scoring right here. 4 straight points by St. Francis after a good string by the Spikers. Goes right at the young lady who just walked in. Latarski from the outside. Boom back by Bernardin. A little bit too short on that set, and an illegal hit on a lift was called, so right away Mendota gets back in the scoring column. Remner with a great set. Latarski ate it up.
That was a beautiful set. She was way down underneath the ball and just threw the ball up on the outside, and Latarski came and put the ball down the line.
Peggy McCarthy back to serve. Oh! Chris Wiak is only 5'5", but she got up and over the net on that one.
Boy, did she ever.
Cousin Tricia back to serve. Karski off the block. Davis runs it down. Chris Wiak with a great left-hand tip. and body control to avoid the net.
Now, Mendota's getting much better block contact. And that block by Chris Wiak and Duran was right there.
They go up 10-8. First game of this match, leading Wheaton St. Francis, the defending champs. Oh, great save by number 20, Peggy McCarthy. And down says Amy Latarski, the senior.
Right in the right spot. Nobody was with her, and all she did was just touch the ball and make it go.
And she'll go back to serve. In the middle, little discussion as to who was going to hit it. Oh, nice save by Rodriguez.
That's nice.
Back set to Davis. Off the tip and unable to save it that time. But a great effort by Amy Latarski, and what a play by
Rodriguez made a beautiful save.
Coming back in is number 7 for Mendota, Stacy Jacobs, as Tracy Dorn goes back to serve. Pardon me, Jackie. Reject outside. A nice save. Davis with the free ball. Illegal hit, a lift, says Vicky DeMay up on the referee stand, and Jackie Doran has another point towards the first game. 11-8, Mendota over Wheaton St. Francis. Not up, side out.
It's a good kill by Teen Rodriguez. She was up on the ball, and Mendota didn't really have a chance to bring it back. The blocker was about 3 feet off the net.
Amy Serra with the serve. Oh, beautiful serve right down the line.
She went right at Lisa Bernardin, who was just inside and just hit the alleyway right between she and the line.
Down by 2. Another good serve.
Right back at Bernardin.
Look at the eyes of Amy Serra.
See how you like the second one.
And look at the eyes of Amy Serra as she rolls that ball back out. She is one determined young lady. They're only down by 1. There have been a couple of strings, 2 and 3 points. One stretch of 4, but it is very even right now. Just how you want a championship match to be. You take a look at that last point. Amy
Watch
Serra.
this last serve. She hit Bernardin for 1 straight down the line, and she hit Bernardin again right at the shoe tops. Ace passed it right out of bounds. At the moment, Mendota has 2 aces and Wheaton has 2 aces.
Peg Kopek, if you can read her lips, fight, fight, let's go. Don't give up. Tries to keep them loose, but she'd rather they had fun at the end. There's the other coach, Mary Stephan, is very serious. Boy, what a hot box to be. You've been there, Bonnie, you know.
It's, yes it is.
Sarah out of the timeout. Davis. Nice play out of the middle, out of the timeout by our coach, Mary Stefanich, for side out. Back and forth we go. Mendota still holds a 1-point lead as Chris Wiak goes back to serve. Chris has had some great saves this first game. Too late on that one as Shelly Jobe goes back up again.
That makes it 12 kills for Wheaton and 14 kills for Mendota, so they're just 2 apart at the moment. Both teams moving very well, and the momentum kind of shifting back and forth, but nothing crucial happening. Both teams passing well, defensing well.
The quick attack seems to have added a few more to Wheaton because they were down earlier in the match and then went to the faster offense. Very successful. Into the middle. Off the block and side out again. Side out.
Stacy Jacobs just put that ball right in before the block was able to be set.
Bonnie Bremner comes back in to quarterback the Spartans, and out goes number 9, Nicole Gonzalez. She serves for Bremner. Back to serve for Mendota, number 1, Beth Davis. Bremner saved it. Davis to Bernardin. Nice try by Peggy McCarthy to go around that block.
She seemed to be off balance when she hit the ball, kind of falling back, and it never really made it over the net.
Good call by Trisha today. That ball rolled up her arms, and it's point. 2 points away from first game, Mendota. Of course, they play best 2 out of 3 in high school ball, games to 15. Beth Davis back again to serve. Bremner into the middle. Nice try on the save by Chris Wiak, but a little bit too difficult for Doran to get over there after that hit.
Just couldn't stretch quite far enough to pick the ball up. That was one of the better hits by Job. She is playing very tense at the moment, and she is a tremendous offensive weapon.
Davis to Trisha Wiak, and off the block, side out. So right now, Wheaton St. Francis unable to sustain any kind of comeback. Beth Dewey's going to come into the lineup for the Spartans. I'm sorry, for the Spikers, and go back to serve. Is that Latarski, and right back to her. Blocked and saved by Latarski. Into the middle, and then picked up free ball by Bernardin. Here's Job. Back to Wiak. Job getting on track, but Chris Wiak there to take her out of it. And Trisha gets it right back over her on the attempted tip. Side out to Wheaton St. Francis.
Job seems to be picking up a little bit more confidence with every ball she plays.
Kelly's just a sophomore. Trisha hits down and through the block. Boy, this is all you could ask for of a championship match. 2 good teams going right at each other. They played before, they know each other, but it's all new.
Every point is brand new in this situation.
Latarski picked up nicely by Dewey. Chris Wiak.
Beautiful shot by Wiak. Did an angle shot and put the ball deep into the backcourt where there was nobody to defense the ball.
And Wheaton St. Francis wants timeout as Mendota leads 14-10. We've got more action and possibly game point coming up right after this. Bernardin to serve, leading 14-10, possible game point. First game, championship match. Outside of Latarski, blocked out of bounds, and out of the timeout, Wheaton St. Francis comes roaring back.
Wiak and Duran are having a hard time blocking out there, and they get good contact on Latarski, but the balls keep going out of bounds.
Peggy McCarthy to serve. Doran with a little help from the net tape. Lions person says it falls good.
Interestingly enough, Ann, right now for Mendota, both Trisha Wiak and Jackie Doran have 4 kills apiece.
Trisha Wiak with a serve. Ran the fake and touched. Nice play by Latarski.
That ball was up by St. Francis and down before the blockers of Mendota ever reacted to that.
Amy goes back to serve. They need a string right here. There's one of them.
Ace serve went right at Trisha Wiak.
There's that senior doing just what you expect.
Just what they've worked on all year long. Nice reach by Davis to get that ball over.
Amy Sarah with a tip over the double block. Point Spartans. They cut the lead to 2. And now, Mary Stefanich of Mendota wants a quick timeout before they string any more together. That's her final timeout unless we get tied at 14-all, in which case each team gets an extra.
And this is a really, I think this is a coach's nightmare, to be stalled on 14 and all of a sudden have the other team come from 9 or 10 and make 1 point and then another point, and it seems so simple just to get 1 point.
Whatever she had to say, it was quick because they're right back out here.
Just pass it, get the ball, and let serve get the point. Very simple.
It's really a very simple game.
Absolutely.
Nice save by Letarski. Oh, and Job finds the hole.
Off-speed shot. Job looked like she was even late in preparation, just reached up, nice off-speed, little topspin shot right into the middle.
And she does seem to be gaining confidence with each point, Bonnie. Oh, we're talking inches right now. Over, but there was a net violation by Wheaton St. Francis, side out.
Very fortunate for Mendota. And here they are. I believe this is their third opportunity to put this game away.
Back in for Dewey comes Stacy Jacobs, and that'll put Doran back to serve, the senior. 14-13, up by 1. They have been stalled there seemingly forever. Boy, that is gutsy on possible game point to let that close one go by, but they did.
Well, it is. It was also gutsy on Doran's part. She went for a very difficult serve to put in.
So Amy Serra, the other Wheaton senior. Tight pass, very difficult.
Really difficult. That ball must have been 50 miles up as it came down.
Well, we're all tied up at 14-all, so each team has an extra timeout. You have to win by 2. We could go forever the way these two have been playing.
And Mendota's coming right back at him.
And the tip by Davis.
Beautiful tip. She was one-on-one with the blocker. She was very far away from the net and just tipped right over her head.
Chris Wiak to Job. Job out of bounds. Point Mendota.
Job was just a little bit in front of the ball, and it was about 2 feet out of bounds.
Advantage Mendota. Job down the block, side out again.
You know, and interestingly enough, this seems to be happening more to Mendota, but their blockers are getting up in position, but they're not reaching forward or penetrating the net with their blocks, and therefore they're getting hand contact, net contact, body contact with the ball.
Left-handed Bonnie Bremner with the serve, her first of the match that she's usually substituted for. Outside Rodriguez, and she scores.
Once again, Team Rodriguez coming through. She's had about 3 really tremendous saves.
And Mary Stefanich wants to use that extra timeout awarded her because they are gone up 14 at least together. Now they're all tied up at 15. Class A championship match. And Bonnie, this is one of those games where, does it make a difference if you win the first game after expending this much energy?
Well, I want to say yes, it does. Yes, it has to make a difference, but it all depends, I think, also on how pumped up and how committed the team is to winning the entire match. If you can, take the momentum or whatever happened in the first game and use it in the second game, it could be a great advantage. On the other hand, if you're the losing team, you want to just come right back out like gangbusters and take it away from them. But I would say it will be an advantage.
Bremner to serve. Into the middle. Bernardin with the tip. Mendota needs an attack here. Boy, what a big hit by Davis. Both teams look really playing not to lose on that point.
Right, and they looked very tentative, and all of a sudden Davis just jumped up in the air, saw an open spot in the court, and wham, she hit the ball into it.
And she's back to serve. We're all tied up at 15. Job just on the line, side out again. nothing to spare to make it in this court. Teen Rodriguez back to serve for Wheaton. Trisha Wiak has to go left-handed and gets the net to help her out.
Wiak was very much out of position on that set. She kind of reached across her body and backhanded the ball, and it had just enough spin to roll along the net and drop.
Well, Bonnie, we've had so many side-outs and rotations that you can only enter, of course, 3 times in any one match, so in comes Jamie Dalton because they ran out of entrances.
But again, here's where the depth of the bench is going to make a difference, or could.
Boy, you feel so bad for a young lady coming in her first time in championship match. She wanted that so badly.
That's right.
Side out to Wheaton St. Francis, and that's Shelley Job. And Trace Jackie Doran.
Yeah, and the ball caught part of the block and just kind of ripped along the net and went out of bounds. But
Lisa Bernardin. Latarski. Davis back to Wiak, blocked. The double block with Latarski and Sarah, the 2 seniors, side out again.
you can hear Bonnie Bremner over there talking to her hitters, come on, get over there, get the ball. And that's exactly what you want a setter to do, but you don't really expect that much leadership from a freshman. She's doing a great job.
That whole thing was started by the great pass by Chris Wiak.
Yes, it was. Again, no penetration on the block. The blockers were far away.
Oh, nice block. Latarski. Too close to let it go. Bremner into the middle, and Latarski finds an open spot.
That's one of those situations where it's nice to have a linesperson because that ball could have been in, could have been out. And a nice shot.
Folks, we're still all tied up, 15-all. Game 1 Class A championship game. We're live from Redbird Arena in Bloomington, Illinois. Dean Rodriguez, and after being stalemated at 15, we have a break. 16-15 go the defending state champs.
It's once again, team has come through every time that Wheaton St. Francis needed to make something happen. She's been the one to make it happen.
Out of timeouts, Mary Stefanich brings in a sub, and that's going to be Melissa Bond substituting for Jamie Dalton. What a tough spot. You better believe they may try to pick on her on this serve. And they do.
And she answered the call.
Rodriguez out. Oh! Once again, the Spartans stop it and side out. They're down by 1, and Jackie Doran is going to go back to serve, but not before she has a teammate substitution coming back in as Jamie Dalton, and she'll substitute for Melissa Bond, who did a great job on that substitution. Did just what a bench player is supposed to do.
That's right.
Out to Rodriguez, off the block, side out. Amy Sarah with a chance at game point. Out to Rodriguez, and it's out. Whoa, Jackie Doran ducked and prayed that it was going, and it did.
Tell you, Amy Sarah was the server to have. She's got 3 aces in the game so far, but here we are inside out again.
Chris Wiak has had a super first game of this match. Outside to Job, down.
That's one of the best hits Job has had. She was up and over the top of the block and just let the ball go.
And once again, now it's Bremner serving for game point. And to break the concentration, Mary Stefanich throwing all of her bench strength in here. Those young ladies are outstanding. They just don't have to be starters, but they are so crucial, and you're seeing why right here tonight.
They're doing a great job. Need a little bit more height at the net here.
Corey Buster's that substitution. Bremner to serve. Bernardin. Fisher-Weak tries over on the second hit. Now into Job. Oh! Buster makes a great attempt, but unable to pick it up for our teammates. And we have game one is in the books as defending champions Wheaton St. Francis win it 17-15.
Boy, that was an on and on forever, and that was a really very fine first game.
You can't ask for anything better, and we've got more for you here, and we'll come back right after this. We're back at Redbird Arena. There you see the game scores. You look at the Spartans of Wheaton St. Francis victorious in the first one. Let's look at the final play of that first game. And there you see it, that hit by Job tipped off.
Yeah, just a nice soft shot. And we said that the game was such a good game for a first in the championship. You can see that St. Francis had one more kill than Mendota. St. Francis did a little bit better job digging. They're almost even on the aces. Those are two teams that played very, very evenly. And again, defense being a very important part of what's occurring out on the floor. Perhaps the slight advantage that St. Francis had is in the digging department might have meant something, but
sometimes statistics don't bear out close games, but in this case it did. And one of the things we talked about early in that match, as it went on and on, was would it make a difference when you fought that hard, had the lead, and had a team come back on you? Will it affect you that much? We'll find out soon here, because Mendota's got to come back to keep this thing going against the defending state champs who've been yelling back to back for 2 days.
Well, you know, as you said, we'll see. We'll see. This is kind of the time where you find out what your character is, how much you believe in yourself, and whether you can really get out there and make it happen. For Mendota, Duran had 7 kills, and Wiak had 4 digs, and for Wheaton, Job led with 7 kills, and Latarski had 6 digs. Latarski, who usually figures in as their big offensive weapon, you know, said, hey, I can do whatever you need me to do. So there we were.
Well, not only did Chris Wiak have some digs, but she also had a couple of crucial hits to put her team up. They just got stuck at 14, couldn't get over the hump, to drag it back on, and let's see what they can do now with Beth Dewey back to serve for the Spikers. Serves the moon ball. And we've got a net violation by Mendota to start us off side out. Teen Rodriguez for the Spartans. Her team leads 1 game to none. That's important. Dorn's the big hitter. She comes out, gets the first kill.
That's very important, especially since they lost the ball in a net violation. I'm sure what they wanted to do was rip off about 4 or 5 points to start with.
Blocked nicely off the hit by Latarski. Back to her again. And again, the same result. So Dorn and Trisha Wiak get a nice block up there.
Wiak got her the first time, and Dorn got her the second time.
Coming off the tough game, Mendota scores first. Job out of the middle this time.
Had both Chris Wiak and Dorn up there trying to block her, and she went almost in between the two of them.
Substitution for the Spartans coming into the lineup, number 22, Chrissy Borman. She'll go back to serve in place of Shelly Job. Borman is a 5'4" junior. And she gets Beth Dewey in a tough spot, and Wheaton's on the board. We're all tied at 1 apiece. Down the line this time. McCarthy out to Latarski. Blocked, but off the hands of Trisha Wiak. Out of bounds. Point Wheaton St. Francis.
miscue over there.
Oh, nice try. Dewey reacts and unable to save it was number 1, Beth Davis. So quickly, St. Francis takes a 3-1 lead on 3 straight serves by Borman, who came in to do just that. A long one goes out, however. I must have jinxed her. I know better than that. Substitution, back in after doing her serving comes Shelley Jones, replacing Borman. Tricia Wiak back to serve, down by 2. Second game of the match. Her team is down. Free ball. Let's see if Mendota can convert some offense out of it. Into the middle. Latarski, good eyes by Bernardin, says, I'll look at it, let it drop, and we'll score, and they do. Long and deep to Job. Davis goes up to intimidate Latarski, had to play it, and by the time she got up, it came off the net tape. Mendota working on a string of their own. We're all tied at 3. Tight on the pass. Nice try by Bremner, but unable to dig it out was Amy Serra.
You know, and very interestingly, of the first 4 points that have been scored by Mendota, the serves are big lob balls. You called it a moon serve, which is real different than what they were doing in the first game. Serves had a much flatter trajectory.
Change things and see what happens. So far they've worked, but that one by Amy Latarski, no doubt about that, for side out. Off the block. And Peg McCarthy goes back. 5'7" junior. That pass is tight. Same thing that happened to St. Francis, but saved nicely by the Spikers. Lakarski long. No touch. Side out. And Jackie Dorn goes back to serve, and in for the Spikers comes number 7, Stacy Jacobs. Stacy is a 5'8" junior. Plays the front row. Good point. Wiak, the 5'5" Dynamo, finds an open spot cross court, and her team goes up 5-3.
It's really important right here that Mendota not let St. Francis get too far ahead of them. If they can just,
great serve.
Ace serve by Dorn.
Jackie
Perfect
Dorn.
place.
She's a 6'1" senior, and her opposite number is Chris Wiak at 5'5", and they both hit with authority. She's going to look for another one, a little bit short this time, side out. Bonnie, this one's shaping up very much like the last game.
Well, you wanted to know whether or not that was going to have an effect, and so far it hasn't. Mendota's come out fighting every point.
Jacobs.
Beautiful set by Peggy McCarthy. Just beautiful, running it quick to Amy Serra through the middle.
Tarski to serve. Tough pass, and Tricia Wiak unable to save it. Down by 1 are the Spartans of Wheaton St. Francis. Amy Latarski. From behind the line, Chris Wiak a little too tough to the back row player on a low set. It all starts with a pass. And we're tied up at 6. Subbing in for Dorn in the back row is number 14, Sherry Beckett. Sherry had a fine tournament. And her first entry into this match. Bremner goes over with a second hit, the left-handed setter. McCarthy out to Rodriguez, and try on the dive. Tricia Wiak unable to save, and there's the lead by Wheaton. Jacobs tries to go up in intimidation, but the ball just tipped. They challenge for it with each other, and out it goes. And we're going to have an officials timeout as we get, appears to be a lineup check. Umpire Vicki Litherland.
Peggy McCarthy thought that was a timeout. She was already going over on the other side. Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's Vicki Litherland you're looking at, the umpire, the down official. And Vicki DeMay is the referee up on the stand. Out of bounds. Whoa. Breathes a sigh of relief. Sherry Beckett just kind of wiped her brow going, boy. And back to service, Chris Wiak. Down by 2 now are the Spikers of Mendota. Second game, their team down by 1. Nice block off the hit by Teen Rodriguez. McCarthy tries to herself, which is of course illegal.
That's really hard. She was really steaming up to the net, and her body position was forward at the net, and the ball was dropping, and there wasn't too much she could do with that.
Tight pass. And unable to convert is Bonnie Bremner. And we're all tied up again at 8-all as Chris Wiak brings the Spikers back. Outside to Sarah, and off the hands of Chris Wiak. Folks, if you're enjoying this action, we've got another one coming up for you later this evening as the AA schools go into action as Mother McCauley plays Downers Grove South. That's senior Amy Sarah with the game all knotted at 8 apiece. Blocked by Bremner and Job.
That was a beautiful block. It was like throwing a brick wall up there.
The 2 seniors in the middle of the serving lineup have gotten 6 of their 9 points. Good call by the officials. It was tough to see, but there was a tip off the blocked side out.
You know, and that's another spot in which lines people are so invaluable, because sometimes the officials don't see that at the net, and the lines people are their back, and they have a little bit better perspective.
Sarah with a tough pass, brought back in by Bremner. Into the middle to Wiak. To Job, and blocked beautifully by Trisha Wiak.
Trisha Wiak right there, and she was right there as Job contacted the ball.
Nobody, you can't even always see it on a replay, but the direction of the ball does change angles.
Does it ever?
Teen Rodriguez. Crowd wanted that to be 4 hits, but the result turns out to be the same, whether it was or not. It's very tough to tell.
It is very tough to tell, and apparently
we've got great action here as Mendota is up by 1 after losing the first, and we'll be back right after this. Painted faces on the Wheaton St. Francis Spartans. They've been down here before as state champions. They want to repeat again, but Mendota Spikers have other ideas, and they right now have the lead in game 2 after losing the first. Serving is Beth Davis after that timeout by the Spartans. They're into double figures, 10-9. Rodriguez picked up beautifully. And Bremner with a heads-up play as that long pass goes over the net, side out.
so far in, Wheaton has 7 kills, and of those, Sarah has 4 of them. Mendota at this point only has 3 kills. So we're starting to get a little bit heavier artillery coming from the Wheaton St. Francis side.
Well, back to serve is number 9, Nicole Gonzalez. And we need some good passing for Mendota to get that attack back in line. Trisha Wiak starts it. McCarthy to Job. Off the block, McCarthy on the heads-up play knocks it off the hands of Trisha Bernardin. And they score. We're all knotted at 10. Bernardin's hit goes long.
She was a little bit behind the ball and also saw that block come up in front of her and just tried to carry over that and carried the ball out of bounds.
And Mendota doesn't like to see any momentum get started, so they're going to call a quick timeout, says Mira Stefanich. We'd also like to tell you that in the third place game in Class A, Breeze Central topped Kansas. Kansas, the smallest team in the tournament, only 89 kids in school, and boy, did they bring the entire town of 900 here.
They brought the entire town of 900, and they were a real inspiration at the tournament. They played beautifully and gave their fans quite a treat.
Bree Central making their first trip also did a great job, and both those teams go home with state championship trophies and medals.
What a wonderful thrill, and so much is made about who wins, who's the champion. And just an appearance downstate is so neat. Just to be able to paint your face and look like that and root for your team, know there's somebody there who you can root for, it's an exciting experience.
Good call by Chris Wieck. Talk about misreliability.
She was like, I'm going to pass it. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Nope. Out.
Sometimes you notice those big hitters, but Chris Wieck is someone I've really noticed in this match. She has been so steady and so crucial at so many times. We get 2 subs for her team.
I think you notice her in because you're small and you favor small players. But she has been everywhere, and she's got a great jump. She's had a couple of good hits and blocks, and has just been like a digger in the backcourt.
Well, Dewey and Doran come back in for the Spikers, and Dewey goes back to serve. Down by 1. They need the points to stay in this match and take it to 3. Bremner outside. Job. Oh, what a save by Chris Wieck, we just talked about. And Bremner runs into the net on the tight pass.
Trying to dig the ball out of the net, and she hit it and then ran into it. She is doing a beautiful job, however, as a setter, let alone the fact that she's a freshman.
Beth Dewey matches the score with her number 11 all. Tyne Rodriguez comes out. Oh, what a save by Chris Wieck. There she is again. McCarthy to Job, and again it's Wieck. Buster with the block off Wheaton St. Francis in the free ball. Rodriguez saved by Wieck again, might have been out. Buster on the free ball. Oh, Trisha Wieck finds an open spot.
Wasn't even that great a hit. She just kind of jumped up and hit at it, and it was a difficult ball to defense.
Whatever it was, it counts, and all of a sudden, Mendota now has the lead, 12-11. Nip and tuck, Job in the middle and down through the block. A little bit late getting it up there. Tyne Rodriguez back to serve. Now they're down by 1. Doran. Saved by Sarah. Oh. Outside of Latarski.
What a nice dig. Both teams are moving beautifully.
Big point here. Latarski ends it.
That was a beautiful exchange. Both teams blocking very well, and Trisha Wieck unable to handle that last hit.
Tied at 12 all. Outside to Doran. Blocked beautifully. McCarthy and Job. And into the lead goes Wheaton St. Francis. 2 points away possibly from back-to-back state championships. And we're going to get timeout. And we'll be back right after this. We're back with live action. Tyne Rodriguez with the serve. Trisha Wieck.
Bremner just keeping her balance on that last ball.
Latarski with a big block by Doran.
Doran feels pretty good about that one.
Nice single block, and we're going to get a substitution back into the lineup. Trisha Bernardin comes in for Buster.
And in terms of statistics, Wheaton has 10 kills, Mendota has 4 kills. So Wheaton is, again, leading. But Mendota has 9 digs, and Wheaton has 4. So that's what's keeping them equal.
Latarski off the serve by Bernardin. The Chris Wieck. Oh, heads-up play by Peggy McCarthy.
She looked to see who was there before she jumped up and tipped that ball.
It's hard to imagine setters with all the things they have going on, looking where the block is, trying to decide which hitter then to set, and then being able out of the corner of your eye to see the open space and then tip it backwards.
It's almost like they have computers for brains, but they really, it's an amazing skill to be able to have wide focus and narrow focus at the same time.
13-12, St. Francis. Latarski finds an open spot, and they are 1 point away, and there was a net violation, which doesn't matter. 14-12, Wheaton St. Francis. And Borman back to serve what could be back-to-back state championship point, Class A. Right at Wiak. Great save by Bremner. Patricia Wiak, Bremner again. Out to Latarski. Oh, saved by Davis. Oh! That ball falls down, and with it go the dreams of Mendota. But you see Peg Kopech, the state championship coach, as her St. Francis Spartans hug each other on this court down here at Redbird Arena. Back and forth it went as you look at Mary Stefanich, the coach of Mendota, that smile, proud of her team.
Her team played beautifully, and the statistics are so even between two teams. But I think the last one we talked about really was what made a great difference, and that is that as Wheaton St. Francis led in the number of kills, Mendota had almost that same number of digs. So the offense was the one that scored.
As you look at Mendota, your state champion is Wheaton St. Francis, and we'll be back with the IHSA Awards right after this. There's a championship trophy, and let's listen to Julie Boats as she announces the young ladies who are going to take them home.
Coaches and spectators of each of the teams competing in the state tournament were evaluated by a volunteer panel of judges. Please direct your attention to the Redbird Arena volleyball court. Presenting banners to the qualifying schools will be IHSA Executive Director David Fry, IHSA Assistant Executive Director Marty Hickman, IHSA Board of Director President Lauren Stevens, Principal of Fieldcrest High School in Minonk. Winning banners for sporting a winning attitude at the 1992 Girls State Volleyball Tournament are Normal University High, Coach Lois Wisniewski, Assistant Principal Dave Garway. Byron High School, Jan Newhausen, Coach, Associate Principal Jim Jennings. And Kansas High School, Coach Brenda McCarty and Principal Charles Humphrey. The member schools of the Illinois High School Association thank all of you here at Redbird Arena for your participation in and support of good sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention now to midcourt for the presentation of the first and second place team and individual awards for Class A State Final Volleyball Tournament. Presenting medallions to the squad members of the second place team will be Mr. Lawrence Stevens of Fieldcrest High School in Minonk, who serves the IHSA as president of the board of directors, and Mr. Thomas Howard of Fram High School in Palatine, who serves the IHSA as a member of the board of directors. At this time, please meet the spikers of Mendota. who finished the 1992 season in second place with a final record of 37 wins and 5 losses. First, meet the principal of Mendota High School, Mr. Robert Cooper. Head coach, Mary Stefanich. Assistant coach, Mary Miller. Assistant coach, Bill Carr. And assistant coach, Terry Dillman. Number 1, Beth Davis. Number 2, Chris Wiak. Number 3, Jamie Dalton. Number 4, Allison Phelan. Number 5, Melissa Bond. Number 6, Lisa Faber. Number 7, Stacy Jacobs. Number 10, Jackie Doran. Number 11, Beth Dewey. Number 12, Trisha Wiak. Number 13, Erin Dickey. Number 14, Sherry Beckett. Number 18, Lisa Bernardin. Number 21, Corey Buster. And number 23, Shelley Basil. And manager, Terry McCauley. Presenting medallions to the squad members of the first place team will be Thomas Howard of Fremd High School in Palatine, who serves the IHSA as a member of the board of directors, and Linda Lane of Finger High School in Chicago, who serves the IHSA as vice president of the board of directors. At this time, please meet the Spartans of Wheaton St. Francis, who finished the 1992 season in first place with a final record of 36 wins and 8 losses. First, meet the principal of St. Francis High School, Mr. Michael Rice. Head coach, Peg Kopak. Assistant coach, Trish Lynch. Assistant coach, Laura Scrid. Athletic director, Larry Baker. Number 4, Joanne Tibble. Number 7, Shelley Job. Number 8, Mary Ellen Tibble. Number 9, Nicole Gonzalez. Number 10, Teen Rodriguez. Number 11, Kara Drogas. Number 15, Erin McCarney. Number 17, Sarah Latka. Number 20, Peggy McCarthy. Number 22, Chrissy Borman. Number 33, Bonnie Bremner. Number 40, Amy Latarski. And number 44, Amy Sarah. Now presenting the second place trophy will be Miss Linda Lane from Fenger High School in Chicago, who serves the IHSA as Vice President of the Board of Directors. Will Coach Mary Stefanich and the captains of Mendota High School please step forward to receive the second place trophy. Presenting the first place trophy will be Mr. Larry Stinson from Aledo High School in Aledo, who serves the IHSA as Secretary of the Board of Directors. Will Coach Peg Kopek and captains of Wheaton St. Francis High School please step forward to receive the first place trophy.
There you have the Class A back-to-back champs, Wheaton St. Francis, and Bonnie will be back with the winning coach right after this. There you see the winning scores, 17-15, 15-12, and it was just as close as it seemed. A great championship match for A. And don't forget, we've got Class AA coming up after a short warm-up, and you can look at the state trophy that'll be on hand between Mother McCauley and Downers Grove South. It's up for stake, but the Spartans of St. Francis won it first, and Bonnie's going to be talking with Coach Peg Kopek in just a minute. She's been here before, and I know she's very happy. She said that she wanted these kids to have fun, but not until later. Is this later here, Bonnie?
It seems like it might be. Peg, you said you didn't want them to have fun. Is it time to have fun yet?
Time to have a wonderful time.
No, we had talked about the fact that most teams, when they get in this position, have a lot of seniors to depend on, and you said that because you've had some younger players, this kind of changed your coaching style this year?
For me, it did. You have to be a little bit more patient with them, which is difficult, and just kind of nurture them along. They made some young people's mistakes tonight as well, but they're a great team. They're really special. They love each other, and they respect each other, and I think that's why we made it.
Well, you also talked about the fact that you feel very much like family with your team. I think you said you had 13 sets of sisters. You have a Scrid as one of your assistant coaches, and so you've got people coming back in your program. Do you think that makes a difference?
I think it really helps a lot. Both of the assistant coaches have played for St. Francis. We've got a lot of families that mean a lot. On the way over tonight, Amy Latarski, the senior, had made a tape for us for downstate, and they played on the way to tonight's game. That's what friends are for, and they all sang. That's the
really
kind of team it is.
That's really nice. What kind of an influence do you think the seniors on your team had with the fact that you had a freshman setter? I mean, that's pretty amazing.
I think that the two seniors really knew that their job was to nurture this group along as well. They always encouraged them. They always encouraged them to have a lot of fun with volleyball, as well as the intensity that accompanies a program like ours.
You played Mendota before, once before during the season. What were you going to try and come out to do this evening?
We played Mendota early in the year, and we kind of didn't know what to expect even this time, because we played them the first regular season game, and not only have we grown, but they've grown as well, so you have to expect a lot of changes.
Well, it was a really exciting match. Were you surprised that the first match kept going back and forth at the first game?
Well, the parents this year decided to make an Energizer bunny for us. They went out and bought a pink bunny and got a drum and the sticks, and they said, that we just keep surprising people because we just keep on going, and that's what we did tonight again.
Well, it was a wonderful surprise. Congratulations, back-to-back state champions.
Unbelievable.
That was a wonderful, wonderful feat. Peg Kopech and the Spartans of Wheaton St. Francis. Congratulations, Peg. And back to you.
Thanks a lot, Bonnie, and congratulations to Peg Kopech and the Wheaton St. Francis Spartans, and also to Coach Mary Stefanich of the runners-up Mendota. There you see the tears of happiness. Hey, don't forget, we've got AA action coming up, and we'll be back to wrap it up right after this. We're back at Redbird Arena, and we've just completed the Class A championship match here live in 1992. There you see the scores. Wheaton St. Francis, after Bonnie talked with Coach Peg Kopech, back-to-back championships. And Bonnie, talk about a great opener on a great night of volleyball. What more can you ask for?